How high will Bitcoin go this cycle? 100,000, 500,000, 700 million, 56, 36 cents? Will artificial intelligence make it so you and your friends never have to work again? And is my first name Baby? Or is it Janet? Miss Jackson if you're nasty. All this and less on the Beckett list. We have a really big show today where we're going to discuss those two things that I think are going to disrupt our world. You know, those two things that are going to add a little spice to our spaghetti, a little pee to our swimming pool, a bloodthirsty pterodactyl to our family reunion. That's right, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence. Also, we're going to get a little TA from Confused. You ready, Confused?
Muscles and aching.
Sure, why not? We degenerates, we people who pay attention to the crypto world, are often subject to the craziest Bitcoin price predictions by huge people in the space. The wackiness started last year, March 17, 2023, when former CTO Balaji Srinivasan said that he thought Bitcoin would go from the current price then, $29,881, to $1 million in 90 days. It didn't. Did he really think this? I mean, we're dealing with a really smart guy, right? I think. What was his angle? Then we have Michael Saylor, who has made Bitcoin his business, like literally his business. He buys the Bitcoin, then he borrows against the Bitcoin, only to buy more Bitcoin. I don't think I like anything that much. Last December, he said Bitcoin could reach $350,000 this year. Now, does he believe this? Is he trying to pump his own bags? What's going on here? Another guy, Samson Mao, believes in something called the Omega candle. You know those green and red things I'm always showing you that are on charts? Yeah, those things. He thinks that one can go 100K from where Bitcoin is at currently. I mean, let's say right now we're just under 70,000. He thinks it would go up to 170,000 in one day. But my favorite Bitcoin predictions come from Cathie Wood of ARK Invest, and I even made a presentation. In fact, I'd like to share it with you, and I'm going to use my brand new AI that I've built. Zoolander, are you there?
Affirmative.
Awesome. Can you upload that file that I was referring to, the Cathie Wood thing?
Which one? You have 427 Cathie Wood files.
Just play the most recent file. That should work.
Uploading most recently viewed file. Love the message to Cathie Wood.
Oh crap. No.
Cathie Wood of ARK Invest.
No. This is not me.
Fine girl.
I did not do this. I had no part in this.
I need to be all up in your predictions.
That guy's a clone. He's a clone.
You know I would.
I would never do that.
Cathie
I would
Wood.
never do that. Never in a million years. I don't know what the heck that was. Zoolander, never play that again.
Replay video.
No! I hate you, Zoolander. On behalf of the Beckett list, I'd like to apologize to Cathie Wood and ARK Invest. I had a few people that watched my videos, and they are a little confused when I say fiat money or fiat system. Think of it, money, as a type of technology. Years upon years ago, there was the barter system. I give you something, you give me something in return. I do something for you, you give me a bag of rice. This was very low tech. Then people started mining things from the earth. For example, gold and silver, even salt. The word salary was something given to Roman soldiers, and this actually meant money for salt. Gold and silver were our commodities then, but then we needed something to represent them, and that's where paper money came. It represented a commodity like gold and silver. And these paper notes eventually led up to the fiat system, which is an experiment, and it's relatively new in the grand scheme of things. It's kind of a failing experiment, but it's an experiment nonetheless. It is, let me describe it as a mode of transportation. We started with a wheelbarrow, then we moved on to a horse-drawn cart, then we made it up to a Model T, Then we made it to a 1972 Gremlin, which is kind of where our fiat money in America is stuck at. The rest of the world is even in more dire straits. Just as our gas engines, as much as we might love them, are slowly being replaced by EVs, electronic vehicles, shout out to Tesla trucks, our paper money is going to be replaced by something digital. This is just the way it's going to be. And I know I beat this drum, but I'm just trying to tell you what I think is going to happen, or what is happening. I feel like it's kind of my duty. Whether you believe it or not is totally up to you. This channel obviously is never financial advice. Which leads me up to our TA guy, Confused Elf. What do you have for us today, Confused?
I'm a little sad. You never asked me what I thought Bitcoin was gonna go up to.
I'm sorry, Confused Elf. I didn't mean to make you feel left out. Do you want to talk about Bitcoin?
Also, you screwed up and forgot to tell the people what watch this channel thing, what coin I'm supposed to look at next.
I'm sorry, Confused. Maybe I've been a neglectful employer. Yeah, we forgot to ask last episode what coin would you like Confused Elf to look at so he can do his TA. That's his job. He gets paid 6 pine cones an episode, so we got to make him work for his money, right? But other than that, let's just talk about your prediction. How does that sound, Confused? You want to do that instead?
Well, sound good. Let's roll the intro.
He's the best TA guy in the world with a heart that's made of gold. He'll help you learn, he'll help you grow. Oh, confused elf, don't you know?
Please understand that anything Confused Elf says should never be taken as financial advice, as he is not a financial advisor. He's a puppet. Remember that. Do not take anything he says as anything but entertainment. That goes for Beckett too, and anything else you see on this channel. Have a good one.
I don't think I have too crazy a prediction. I think Bitcoin is gonna go up to $125,000 on February 12th.
I have to say I'm surprised. I thought you were going to say something like $5 million or something wacky like that. But that's a conservative estimate, and I respect that.
Hey, you know what happened to me the other day? I found a stick in the forest, and it made me feel really powerful.
Okay.
Then I saw this guy from the Amazon forest, and he was trying to steal mail from a mailbox. It said hid from the Amazon forest on his truck.
So what did you do to him?
I hit him in the face with my stick.
Oh my God, jeez.
Then I saw this guy who was on his own back porch, and he was lighting animals that was dead on fire. So I hit him in the face with a stick. Was these boys what had stealing food from a store, and they was putting it in their car. So I hit him in the face with a stick.
Are you sure they just weren't grocery shopping? We should change your name to Violence Elf.
Then I saw this guy. He would buy the 7-Eleven, and he blew a smoke in my face.
Oof.
You know what I did?
You hit him in the face with a stick?
I kicked him right in the because my stick broke on those guys' face area.
Good job, Confused. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye!
A lot of people in this space talk about an age of abundance where all our food is grown efficiently on mass scale, where all our energy needs are taken care of, where all of our jobs are taken over by AI. Already, Tesla says that 10% of their workforce will be their Optimus robots this year. And then check out this model from Unitree. It's only $16,000 and it does everything you ask. It's super flexible and it learns things in better than real time. It learns things virtually. This means everything that it learns virtually, it can share with other humanoid robots. This is incredible. It can learn way quicker than we can. Now imagine if you were an employer and you had a factory and the tasks were fairly simple. Imagine the return on investment was $16,000. They don't need to take vacations. These humanoid robots don't need to take breaks. They just need to recharge. They can work all night. Again, I feel that no job is immune. Some people already use ChatGPT for legal advice. And Jensen Huang of NVIDIA said, don't even bother learning how to code. We're all going to be coders soon because it will use our natural language rather than coding language. ChatGPT will do it for us. So if all our jobs are gone, where does that leave us? If our food and energy needs are met so much that there's a surplus, we will have drastic deflation. Remember supply and demand. We will get clean water to everyone, everywhere on the planet. Healthcare will boom. Robots will find more efficient ways to build houses. I know this sounds like sci-fi, but all the things that we can't accomplish without them, we will accomplish with them. But what about our individual need for purpose? Well, let's try to look at it this way. In the first half of the 20th century, there was this dude named Abraham Maslow, and he invented this. Now, although it's not perfect, it works for most people. It's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Here we have Mike. Mike is alone in a field. He's naked and hungry. He finds a chipmunk. He kills it. After he eats the chipmunk, builds a fire, and makes socks out of the chipmunk, he feels a lot better. He has fulfilled his most basic of needs, but he realizes this is not enough and it's not sustainable. Mike creates 75 chipmunk traps and he builds a nice tent and a sports jacket out of the chipmunks. He also plants a bunch of turnips. He uses the turnips and chipmunk teeth to trade with other Mike-like people. He has created safety and security for himself, but he realizes this isn't enough. Words of Mike's chipmunkery grow far and wide. He attracts the lovely Brenda. He and she together make a bunch of little Mikes. Now he has a family and he has a bunch of friends, but he realizes this is not enough. Mike decides to run for the council of dudes and dudettes. These people make really important decisions. They accept him. Mike is feeling really good about his life. He feels his self-esteem is at an all-time high. Even though he's accepted, he still feels this is not quite enough. Mike writes a book about his achievements. He learns 3 different languages. He learns how to play guitar. He is looked upon as a pillar of achievement. He meditates. Mike is becoming his best Mike. This is the Mike that he can be when the friction of life is not thrown at him. He's canceled that out. Now let's take those first 2 chunks of the pyramid, basically food, shelter, safety, and give them to Mike. Give them to everybody. What merits does Mike now have? He didn't have to earn that. He didn't have to kill any chipmunks. AGI did it for him. Now he has something called universal basic income. Now, here's the problem that I see possibly with the age of abundance. If Maslow's hierarchy of needs is basic to we humans, we usually have to earn our way up. That's how we have merit. That's how we have individual value. If we have those 2 first things fulfilled, the next 2 things are very social. You know, having a family, friends, having respect, and then eventually we get to self-actualization. That's the top of the pyramid. Is AGI going to make us just skip those social steps? Are we going to have creative endeavors without the need, without the possibility, maybe, of not having quite the social structure that we have even now? And it's not doing that well, to be honest. This is the biggest problem I see with the idea of the age of abundance and what makes us human. That's one of the reasons why I feel that this is wildly disruptive. We humans are going to have to find what makes us human. Will AI help us with that? Or are we already there and we're just not realizing it? Again, I'm still optimistic and I'm still excited. This is just something that I want you to think about. And I always know that I get a little philosophical toward the end of my videos, and I apologize for that. And I hope you're still here, and I hope you're still listening. but this is something that we're going to have to go through, and we're going to have to do it together. Before I go, I'd like to leave you with this. Another lonely night, stare at the TV screen. I don't know what to do. I need a rendezvous. I call this number for a data date. I don't know what to do. I need a rendezvous. Computer love, computer love. Until next time,